Home sellers, are you ready to take a deep dive into commission? Let's talk about it. Here we are, the final day, 30 of 30 questions in 30 days. What can I say? Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate being a part of the journey, holding me accountable. I'm feeling really good. I'm glad I did this, but to me, this is like priming the pump. This is the starter, and the journey continues because I'm not obviously at my goal, but I'm getting closer and closer to it, and a lot of it has to do with you guys and your accountability. Thank you so much. Let's get to the question. This question was actually one of the first questions that I received when I started this journey, but I thought it was such a good question that I wanted to save the best for last. Here we are. Today's question is, explain commission. Let's first start with, what is commission? Commission is how we get paid. We are independent contractors. We're not employees. We don't get a salary. We don't get hourly rates. So we get a commission. That's our form of payment, our fee for service. And the other part to it is, commission for us, we actually don't get paid until we complete the service that we are contracted to do. If I'm representing a seller, my job is to help them successfully sell their home. If I'm not able to do that, then I don't get paid. Obviously, I'm gonna do my job, and I'm gonna do it well to make sure that we get things closed. Here's the other thing about us and getting a commission. Sometimes we close the deal within a week to 2 weeks and we get paid, but other times it could take us 6 months before we get paid. Depending on what we're selling, sometimes it'll take even longer, and the whole time, everything that we're putting towards getting that home sold or whatever that property is sold, it's costing us time, it's costing us money, but we have to wait to the very end in order to get paid. What's the other part to commission? The other part to commission is how much. Well, in any contract, it's going to show that the commission is negotiable. On average, we're looking at a total of anywhere from 4% to even 7%. It depends on the transaction. It depends on the agent and their experience. And why would someone pay more commission? Why would someone pay such a high commission? That's a good question. And it really depends. A lot of people are looking for a discount, which is fantastic. Of course, I can't blame anyone for looking for a discount. I'm sure throughout the course of what I pay for in my own personal life, I'm looking for the deal too. I don't blame them for wanting to do that. At the same time, there are circumstances where you don't want to go cheap, right? You don't want to get the eye surgery and come in there with a 50% off coupon that you picked up at a local ad or something like that. You don't want to go with the cheaper attorney. If you're getting sued, obviously you want to hire the best that you could afford. That's something that you should also consider when you're selling real estate, because believe me, I've dealt with a lot of clients that started off with one agent that was charging them very little, and come to find out they found out why they were charging so little. They had a lot of headaches, a lot of stuff that they had to deal with. They weren't able to successfully sell, and so they hire someone like me, and now they're willing to pay a higher fee because they know what that comes with in most cases. What about the other side? Why would someone pay a 7% commission when they could pay a 4% commission? Well, there's a strategy behind that. And in a nutshell, basically what it boils down to is the majority of the people that are going to come and see your property are going to be represented by agents. And here's something that I always talk about with any seller, potential seller that I'm consulting with. I always give them the scenario. I always present them with MLS listings, and in those MLS listings, there are very similar properties, same neighborhood, same features and benefits, and ballpark same price range as well. And what I show in the difference between those is someone that's offering 1% commission to the selling agent, and someone that's offering 3.5% commission to the selling agent. And I always ask them the same question: if all other things being equal, which of these houses is going to be shown last or not at all? Well, the lower commission is going to be shown last or not at all, because as an agent, we're doing the same job. We're putting in the same amount of work. And if there's an opportunity to make more money, well, I mean, the likelihood is they're going to want to make more money versus the other. I mean, if you're a salary employee, and your boss says, hey, listen, you have been doing such a great job, I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to offer you a 5% raise or a 10% raise. Which one do you want? You're doing the same amount of work. You're doing the same kind of work. You're going to want the 10% raise versus the 5% raise. I mean, that's just how it goes. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about how the commission gets broken down. Well, here's what happens. An agent has to work under a broker. So what they do is they negotiate with their broker a certain split. So that commission is going to get split. A portion of it is going to go to the broker that they work under, and then the other portion is going to go to them. So if they're making, let's say they help a client sell a house, and they get a 3% commission. That 3% commission is $5,000. If it's a 50-50 split, because they're a newer agent, then $2,500 goes to the broker, $2,500 is going to go to the actual agent. And then of course there may be other fees depending on the brokerage, but that's how it's broken down. So although they're charging the client a certain amount of commission, it doesn't mean that the agent themselves is actually going to wind up with that amount, because it does need to go, and it does need to be split. So let's talk about who is paying the commission. Well, in most cases, the commission is going to be paid by the seller. So the seller is going to pay for the commission for both the buyer and seller themselves. So if I'm representing the seller, my fee for service, by the way, that's what we say rather than say commission. My fee for service is going to be, let's say, 6%. That 6%, I'm the type of agent and broker that will split that evenly with whoever the other office or the other agent is that brings in the best buyer for my client. I don't want to limit my client's exposure, so I'm going to offer at least half of what I'm charging. So again, going with the 6%, 3% will be offered to the buyer's agent. And for those of you who've seen my videos in the past, that's also the selling agent. And then 3% will go for my company. So then that's the other part to it. That's the breakdown of how the commission is split among agents. Now, there are circumstances, there are times where the buyer may have to pay commission. There's what we call a buyer broker agreement. And basically what that says is, Mr. Buyer, I'm going to try to negotiate my fee from the seller. However, my fee for service is 3%, let's say, for example. And if they only offer 2%, you're going to need to cover the other 1%. That is possible. And that can be a benefit to the buyer, because it will not limit the amount of homes that they could take a look at. And some buyers are willing to pay that additional funds because they know that it's important to have an agent that's going to work hard for them, and they understand that they are entitled to get paid as well. Also, it also depends on the market. Sometimes in a seller's market, a seller can negotiate where the buyer is going to pay a portion of the commission if they really want the property. So again, if there's low inventory and high demand, then there's that negotiating power as well. So let's recap. So we explained what commission is, we explained how it's broken down, and then we explained who pays for it. We also explained what the average commission is. Now, of course, I'm in the business. I've been in the business for well over 2 decades. My fee for service can be higher than other agents that are coming into the market. Like I explained before in the past, that for a potential seller is a good indication of what kind of agent you're hiring, because if you have an agent whose primary marketing strategy is to discount their commission, that's because they cannot show their value. That's what it boils down to. They cannot show their value, why it's worth paying them more than paying the average agent. You know, we call that the Walmart style of this business. Their hope is, hey, listen, if I charge significantly reduced commission and I get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deals, then I'm going to make up for it in volume. Well, that doesn't really work. The problem is that you're not showing your value. So I'm going to tell you again, the reason why you're hiring a professional agent to help you sell your house, it's not to market your house. Yes, that is a part of it. But in my opinion, the number one reason why I get hired is because of my ability to negotiate, because that's what you're going to want. You're going to want someone that's going to be able to negotiate for you to get you the best price and best terms on the sale of your home. That's what it boils down to. All the other stuff is secondary. We pretty much all do the same thing. We market the properties the same way. Your house is going to sell. It's the buyer. The buyer is going to walk through your house. They're going to fall in love with it. They're going to see the value in purchasing your house, and that's how it goes. So why you hire an agent, why are you willing to pay a higher fee for service, is their ability to negotiate. So consider that. If another agent comes in and they're trying to get your business to sell your house, the very first thing that they do when they talk to you is tell you how much they're going to discount their commission to help you. You should really consider, is this agent the one that you want? Because if they're willing to break that easily with you, then how well are they going to negotiate for you whenever they're dealing with another agent on the other side of the table, like myself, that's going to work hard, negotiate the best terms possible for my client, which in this example is going to be the buyer. They're going to cave. And if they're dealing with someone like me with the experience that I have and the skills and the training that I've had over the course of my entire career, you should really reconsider that. So there we are, 30 questions in 30 days. We've talked about commission. We've talked about so many other things. Thank you so much. And continue to send me the questions. I love helping people. Real estate has been my thing for the past 23 years now, I think. And I love helping people. To be honest with you, I love helping people more than I actually love selling properties. This is where I'm at. If you guys have questions, feel free to comment on any of the videos. I promise you I will answer your question or DM me like some of you already have. Thank you for being with me and holding me accountable in this journey. And keep an eye out for the next video, which is going to be basically talking about my results, what I did to get to this point, and we'll go from there. Have a wonderful day.